Hey guys, what's up? 7stop here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about Halo Reach and why it's overrated.
Yeah, because it's kind of overrated in this small part.
I think a lot of people, it's overrated. Like, a lot of people really love this game. It's good, but it's not amazing. A lot of people hype it up to be something more than it is.
Yeah.
The multiplayer is decent and the campaign's decent. That's basically But there's really good parts. Like, the gameplay is excellent in the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
The story's fine.
Yeah.
And then in the multiplayer, it can be fun sometimes, but a lot of the time, like with the abilities and stuff, it's just nowhere near as fun as the other Halo games.
Yeah, whenever we play Reach, whenever we get Reach, it's always like, oh, okay, I'm going to have a good time. But
I'd rather get the other games.
I could be playing
when
Halo
we're playing
2,
MCC.
3. Yeah, we could be playing 2, 3.
Yeah.
The best one, 4.
No. Yeah, but pretty much of those, because, I don't know, not Halo C. I'd rather play it than Halo C.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's the weakest out of those three that you want to play, actually, for multiplayer.
It's the weakest, like, one of the weaker.
And Halo 5's multiplayer is better.
Yeah, it's one of the weaker.
Even though it's not really true to Halo. But, I'd argue Reach isn't that true to Halo either, because it has all these abilities and Bloom and all this weird mechanics.
I don't like Bloom. Bloom is probably one of the worst additions they made.
Yeah.
And I think another big reason why I think Reach is overrated is because it started the trend of like there were tons of invisible walls and kill timers everywhere. There were Bloom and Sprint and
tons
all these
of really unepic trends.
Yeah, it kind of started them for the franchise.
Yeah.
And I said in the campaign, it's good, but the story is pretty mediocre, honestly.
A lot of people like it. It's not that great in our opinion. No. It's good enough, but it's not really amazing.
No, it's good. The story is fine. Like, the characters are okay, but it doesn't have as much time devoted to it as Halo 2 or 3. Like, there really isn't time devoted to the story.
Yeah. There is, but it's not as good.
No, it's more of just the cutscenes. It's more plot driven. Like, for example, in Call of Duty, there isn't necessarily huge character moments. It's just mostly plot driven, and then character moments happen within that. But the thing is, in Halo Reach, it's exactly like that in Halo Reach. Stuff the plot is driven, but then there are some characters moments in there.
And back to the campaign. The multiplayer. In the multiplayer, a lot of the maps are just not memorable. They're just not that amazing. No. And many of them are ripped from the campaign, which works fine sometimes, but it didn't work for Reach. I didn't feel like the maps were that great.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really remember many of the Reach maps. I remember tons of the Halo 3 maps and the Halo 2 maps. Or Halo 2 Anniversary maps. But yeah, I remember tons of those maps. But Halo Reach just doesn't really have that many memorable maps.
Yeah, they're serviceable. But that's about it.
That's about it for the maps. And then, as you said, Bloom. I hate Bloom.
Yeah,
I think
it's a
awful.
terrible mechanic. Why did it come back?
Yeah, when you shoot, you have to continue. You have to pace your shots and stuff like that.
And Sprint. Even if it's just an ability, it's still not good. And just the jetpacks are so annoying. And Armor Lock, of course, that's a classic meme.
That's a classic.
But honestly, it's not as bad as the other ones, because Sprint and Jetpack completely changed the game. Armor Lock is just annoying sometimes.
But Armor Lock is annoying sometimes. But Halo Reach, Sprint and Jetpack just completely change how the entire game functions. Jetpack immediately sometimes renders bounce pads useless.
Yeah. A lot of the time, it just feels really annoying because Jetpack is the most popular one, pretty much, from what I've seen. Most people use Jetpack.
Or Sprint.
Yeah, or Sprint. But Jetpack is so annoying because it adds this extra layer where you have to fight people that are flying in the air, and it's not very fun. And it can be really annoying if you don't have Jetpack, and then someone uses a Jetpack to shoot you from the sky. And you get shot from somewhere, and then you don't realize it, and by the time you realize you're getting shot from the middle of the air, it's too late.
Yeah, and I think another thing with just Reach is, as we said, like it kind of started some bad trends, and it just changed.
And it changed the art style quite a bit.
Yeah, and it started the change of just Halo in general. Like it started the downward spiral of like changing the art style, changing Bloom, and adding all this weird stuff, and
yeah,
it could be really, really frustrating at times when you're like playing and then you run and you have to deal with Bloom and stuff like that, and you're like, why does this game have Bloom? Because it influenced the next games.
Yeah. Even though we have a lot of criticisms, we still think it's good. It's just not what people hype it up to be. And I don't know, if people are like, oh my goodness, this game's coming to PC, and they're so hyped about this game, and I don't really see it as this epic game that Halo 3's like that, but I don't see Reach as this epic game that's like, oh my god, we needed this on PC. I didn't really feel like that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand like why so many people love the game. Like this is a lot of
The
people's
multiplayer is
favorite
just
Halo game.
like fine.
Yeah, for example, the one
The
Boom.
campaign is decent.
Yeah, like the one Boom thinks that it's the best multiplayer, and like it definitely started. I said it started the trends like of sprint and all that stuff, but it brought on people who thought Halo was kind of boring because there wasn't sprint
that's
and stuff.
true.
It brought them on to the series, and then they influenced like the future games.
Yeah, so like because it tried to sort of appeal to more different people with like jetpacks and different mobility and these abilities and Bloom and all this stuff that lots of other games had, and it tried to appeal to all these other games or all these other gamers of these games and brought them into the franchise. And it kind of screwed over the core fans in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because it's just not like Halo 3, like with the no Bloom. Because I always thought, Halo shouldn't, like, weapons shouldn't have Bloom in Halo.
And Halo 2 as well.
Yeah, weapons shouldn't have Bloom in Halo. I just thought it was like super precise and like more skill, it was more about accuracy than pacing.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not a fan of like pacing your shots.
It's
all the
just
time.
very irritating. And on another note, it also, like, this game killed the competitive community for Halo until Halo 5 kind of came back. But, this game is super uncompetitive. Even in the competitive playlist, it's still not that great, and the maps aren't well balanced. And so this kind of really killed competitive Halo. And then Halo 4, we all know how Halo 4 is, like, the most casual game ever, pretty much, other than, COD or something. And... but Halo 5 definitely brought it back.
And we're not saying that casual is bad. We're just saying
but that's not what Halo should be.
Yeah, Halo has
always been an arena shooter that can be enjoyed by both groups of players.
Whereas Halo Reach, just kind of killed that one side.
Yeah.
But, that's our little mini explanation why we think Reach is overrated. Because so many people are like, oh, it's the best Halo game. When in reality, it isn't. Sorry.
Wrong opinion. No.
Sorry.
We don't think that, but... Personally, I don't really see how you could think it's the best one if you've played all the others. But I don't know. There's not really anything that stands out to me in that game as like, oh yeah, this is the best of the Halo games.
Yeah, me neither. Well, either way, if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, and leave a comment. What was your opinion on what we said?
I guarantee you someone's going to be like,
yes,
but Halo was my favorite.
Yeah, it can be your favorite. We're not saying it can't be your favorite, but it's not ours. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and tune into the next video. Bye.